In our last episode, our two heroes had left the party of their friend Charles Ogle. After discovering his new medication not only miraculously cured his diabetes and restored his legs, but somehow mutated him into a slobbering creature in a matter of minutes, and tried to attack when they were caught snooping around his house. A fight broke out between Charles and Connor, resulting in the unconscious Charles mysteriously liquefying into a greenish mess. The next day brought with it an air of discomfort, as the two characters decided to return to work, as if nothing had happened. At the local hospital she worked at, Bryony met with a new patient whilst on the ward, who'd come in during the night after being found all alone with severe injuries, almost like he'd been mauled by an animal. He was only just recovering from the anaesthetic when Bryony arrived, giving Bryony enough chance to redo his bandages and talk to him. Andrew, as he was called, had difficulty remembering the incident, but he definitely recalled travelling home in the dead of night. Then, getting a flat tyre, he was forced to pull into a nearby car park in order to change the wheel, whereupon he was attacked by something, and then he smacked his head against his car and was knocked unconscious. After her player made a killer medical check, she realised that while those were definitely teeth and claw marks, only some of them were dog-like. In fact, some of the tooth marks appear more human.
Andrew?
Bryony asked.
This car park, was it a pharmacy building? A place called Zylactus Bio?
Yeah, I think so, Andrew replied. Why? Back at the office, Connor went about looking up anything he could find about Zylactus Bio. Thanks to the leaflet that Bryony stole from Charles's bedroom, Connor had access to the company's contact number, and decided to contact the person in charge, under the guise that it was for an interview for the paper. And to his surprise, barely an hour went by until a very confident reply came back, asking if Connor was ready to talk this afternoon. Meanwhile, as Bryony walked down the corridor to the ward, she passed two people in lab coats that she didn't recognise. What caught her eye was a trolley being pushed, full of cool boxes, with a very familiar logo written on the side. The Zylactus Bio logo. Bryony waited for the right time for the scientists to have their back turned to steal one of their syringes from the trolley, and then scamper down to the laboratory to properly test this so-called medicine. It wasn't long before Connor made his way to the Zylactus Bio building, and was greeted by an incredibly charming vice president of the company, Jim Connerty. Zylactus is still in its early stages, Mr. Connerty said with conviction. But as you're no doubt aware, we've had incredible success so far in curing all our test patients. It won't be long until the company will be a household name, Connor.
Right, but what exactly does it cure?
We've had patients with all sorts of conditions, young man. HIV, type 2 diabetes, pancreatitis, cancer.
Hang on. Did you just claim that you can cure cancer?
No, we have cured cancer, Connor. Our patients have reported a 100% change in their condition since taking part in our trials.
Including Charles Ogle?
Absolutely. It was very sad to hear about his untimely passing. I was told he was on the last stages of the trial.
That was last night. How did you know he was dead?
Anyway, let me tell you about some of the reviews we've been getting. It was a frustrating hour or so before the interview mercifully ended, as Connor walked out of Mr. Connerty's office and back down the hallway. He noticed the security room door was left slightly open. Checking to make sure nobody was around, he slipped into the office and quietly closed the door behind him.
Connor, now's not a good time. I'm not allowed to be on my phone in the hospital.
Shh, I don't have much time. Look, I'm at the building now. I just did an interview with the deputy manager. He was acting really weird when I kept asking him about what their medicine shit does. Anyway, long story short, I broke into their security room.
Wait, you did what?
Yeah, anyway, I found a CCTV video of their car park, and last night some guy got attacked by dogs. And these guys were just about to delete that footage.
Yeah, there's a guy in one of the wards who said he got attacked in their car park. He's covered in claws, marks and bites.
You think they're testing on dogs in here too? They could be trying to cover up that they have dogs.
Jesus, I hope not. It's bad enough they're testing on humans. Alright, look, just make sure nobody notices you. Their scientist guys brought some of their medicine in, and I've just run tests to see what it's made of. Wait, that can't be right.
What? What is it?
The medicine. It's saying it's made of milk.
As Bryony spoke on the phone, she had her back turned to the spectrometer, just as the white medicine changed from a motionless liquid into a writhing gelatinous form, dribbling out of the machine, and was very quietly ready to kill.